It's a good thing Claire sort of kind of dropped that bomb on us last time, because when I saw that, I'm like, well, had I not known, I didn't kind of, yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta experience placements. They didn't bring you into here. Hi, Tara.
Hello.
Good to see you. Yeah.
The arts, were we in the arts together?
How
are you?
So the
Yeah.
entire.
I'm excited to be here, so.
So we had a microphone to go around.
Excited out there.
Liv was like.
I'm excited to say that, it's a good thing she sort of dropped it in.
Yeah.
I know, it's so bad. So I'll explain this to kids too when he comes, but we had our system go down.
Yes.
And all of our like audio, video, so everyone's using Zoom.
Whatever you get, that's it.
So there's not as much opportunity as our comments to ourselves.
So.
And I'll say, and I can say this at the beginning of the just we're getting out. You to say at the beginning
Oh my
of the
God.
meeting, because really keeps track of what's saying your comments without the mic, because you
Yeah,
don't
seriously.
I'm very.
So Claire's no,
Just,
if this had been
done
done,
because
it's
it's good.
yeah,
It's like play.
Right.
It's like, well, what do you see?
Hi, Eric. Yeah, I'm Tara.
Nice to meet you.
Tara looks able to.
like
Yeah.
they did not put themselves in the.
You know, it's really is the. So
Here's what I think.
Someday, and
I know.
I was thinking, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, they're.
There's a bunch
they're
of
very
sitting
nice.
sir in
They're
the
hoping to be
driveway.
Is
Hanging
that
out,
him?
having lunch on Sunday morning.
Oh, that's right. I mean, I can't.
So it's you.
Seriously,
Yeah.
you look so strong. Like, isn't it? Yeah, we'll dress
Oh,
up.
yeah, and I was like.
Well, I'm just surprised.
Visor on, ponytail.
Yeah, so there's something here.
Yeah.
Our
My wife was like,
not stuck up, like, yeah.
So,
So in addition to the microphones. Yeah, so the microphones and then those big
That I know.
TVs in the front.
We didn't know
Those
it.
are.
You didn't know, but we did.
So we have that big screen over there that we're running our IT team has been amazing in getting everything set up, but it might be a few more weeks. Until we
Yeah,
have it.
and, yeah, so.
I just know it's a nightmare.
We could actually look at it.
So that is
Great.
No, we need to keep all those muted, otherwise we have a lot of people.
Well, we go by what.
You can
Yes,
talk
so
about
like
that.
that's the only-
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm on
Thank
Vernon.
you.
There's the, okay, so I'm
Oh,
back
gotcha.
up to Mount Vernon and the. Yeah, like I'm on. Okay, okay, so I'm right there and then, we were, not.
So you've probably been pulling double duty.
We have been scrambling.
Oh my gosh.
We discovered this Monday afternoon before the council meeting.
Yeah.
Council meeting, we had planning commission on Tuesday, 2 days of court, and it was just the week of everything, of course.
Of course. That's just the way it's been happening.
So.
if you ever have to emergency, you pop. All the neighbors. And the big one, yeah, maybe for you, so that's- Yeah. Wow.
I see it.
Yeah. No, I.
I'll say it's-
I'm like, oh, yeah, we were so. I was telling them.
I had full
I was
confidence.
pulling off watching.
Oh, so it's not-
And they're like, well, you guys are.
It's like
Well-
2 minutes ago. And
I'm like, no, we're taking
Yeah.
it.
Just.
How you doing?
Because I don't have to read about
It's
it.
fine. Yeah,
And I
my
mean,
parents
it's.
got scalped.
Oh my God.
God.
Such a baby. Such a baby. I remember back in the day when I was 40. Wait, did you just
I
turn?
remember
Sunday.
that.
About to be.
They're asking me about my next week. So my parents got me, man. So I'm like, yes.
Okay, so, then am I here?
Yes, yeah, that's right.
I never say goodbye.
I didn't do Welcome.
Thank you.
Spend a good night with somebody who like you all.
Yeah, it's like a good talking one, so.
She's like.
And I apologize if I'm coughing, I'm not contagious, I'm old stuff, we're getting over really bad sinus. Doctor has assured me, yes. Clear, you're right.
Sound like what? Seven times, yeah.
Are you on that, are you on the? Commission previous?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
there first, I think it was, I know. That's all what you use.
This is.
I recognize your name from like the Dunwoody community forum online sometimes.
Yes.
That's why it's fun.
This?
Yes.
Yeah.
Once in a while, you get walking in, Monday. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So like,
That's
you know,
enough.
tonight seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Like it was.
We've had a few controversial ones, I mean, Joe's been here like the longest, I would say, and then Marty, and then Claire, who just. I think it's about it.
Art, sorry.
Yeah.
Art and both covered.
Yeah.
They called me the other day.
Did I learn what else? There's like.
Joe, what?
Can you do another one?
They were like, serious.
Like the firm.
You're right.
All right. I have no gavel ball. I can.
Oh.
I have bikes.
That is disappointing, that is disappointing. You know, in my books, like with a little. And this one picks out pretty good, but it's not pretty good, that's the one.
Like we had.
Then I like our steps and then it's.
Yeah, that was, that was.
I'm gonna-
That was the village. Yeah, whatever. There were two, and two. It's crazy.
Hello, everyone. It is 6 p.m. on, it's not right, it's not June 6th, is it?
No, it is
July
July.
11th.
July.
July 11th. We just had the big 4th of July last week.
That's the end of the.
So calling to order the zoning board of appeals meeting for July 11th.
And Joe, the microphone does not work yet.
Sound working?
That's right, so.
Test.
You may have to speak really close to it. Like, hold it.
Since I've,
Hold it awfully close, embarrassingly close to you.
Yes, all right, let's try that again. We're bringing the zoning board of appeals meeting to order on July 11th, 2024. As you'll notice, I have a portable microphone, so we had some issues with audio visuals due to a lightning strike a few days ago, so we're gonna be doing this manually, and I just asked the board to, whenever they have a comment, they're gonna do what I'm doing, speak clearly and loudly into this, so we can have it on record, and the applicant will be talking to staff, they have their own amplification fortunately, but we're gonna be using this method this evening, so thanks everyone for bearing with that. We're gonna call it order, the roll call, looks like it's we all here? No, we're missing one, but we'd like to welcome Erica to the board. Nice to have her here, it's great, and so we'll try to be easy on her tonight. So first order of business is the minutes, approval of the June 6th minutes that I was starting to read a minute ago. Do we have any edits, any comments about the meeting minutes from last month? Thank you.
I move to approve the minutes from the June 6th meeting.
Second. That's fast. You guys are playing along. Thank you. All right, we have a first and a second. All those in favor of approving the June minutes? Say aye. None opposed. Excellent. There are no organizational and procedural items, I don't think, other than what I just explained about the audio issues this evening. And then we will proceed with tonight's proceedings. First, of course, I have to do my preamble. For the zoning board of appeals is charged with the responsibility of granting variances in ordinance requirements after determining whether there exists an undue hardship upon an applicant. In determining whether or not to grant a variance, the board shall apply the criteria specified in the city code and ordinances for the facts of each case. Zoning board of appeals does not create zoning, nor can it change zoning, and matters brought before the zoning board of appeals are to be concerned only with variances from requirements of the zoning ordinance, sign ordinance, and development and environmental ordinance. The board has no authority to grant variances for use, density, or height. Further, the board hears cases requesting an appeal to a staff interpretation or decision on these same ordinances. Final decisions of the zoning board of appeals may be appealed by petitioning the Superior Court of DeKalb County within 30 days after the decision here is rendered. With that, we are ready to proceed to new business. There is no unfinished business, so proceeding with new business, ZBA 24-09.
Thanks, everyone. So it is for 1325 Winding Branch Circle, and they are requesting two variances. One variance from chapter 16, section 78 to allow a home addition and porches to encroach into the 75-foot stream buffer, and one variance from chapter 27, section 58 to allow a home addition and porch to encroach into the rear setback. So the subject lot is zoned R100 and it's 0.5 acres. The photo on the left shows the existing front facade and the photo on the right shows the existing rear facade. So as you can see here, the subject lot is a corner lot, and approximately half of the existing house is encroaching to the rear setback, which is parallel to Hunter's Branch Lane. The stream and associated buffers are located along the southern half of the property, and approximately 2/3 of the existing house is located within the 75-foot stream buffer, and you can see the stream buffer outlined or shaded in blue on the site plan to the right. As a quick note, the county line between Fulton County and DeKalb runs from north to south through the property. You can see there's like a dotted line that goes partway through. And that divides it between Dunwoody on the eastern half and Sandy Springs on the western half. All of the existing and proposed improvements to the property are on the Dunwoody side. We've reached out to Sandy Springs and confirmed that Dunwoody is the lead agency for this variance and Sandy Springs did not need to be involved, just to clarify that right there. So the applicant is proposing to construct a 58 square foot addition to the rear of the house. That's outlined in yellow on the site plan. A 172 square foot porch to the rear of the house, that's in green on the site plan. And a 60 square foot porch, to the front of the house, that's in red on the site plan. The home addition and rear porch will encroach a maximum of 28 feet into the rear setback, prompting a zoning variance request. And all three improvements will encroach into the 75-foot stream buffer, adding an additional 251 square feet of impervious surface and prompting a stream buffer variance request. The front elevation is shown on the top left and the rear elevation is shown on the bottom left. So the 75-foot and 25-foot buffers cover almost 3/4 of the property, making it extremely challenging for the homeowner to make any improvements to the house without encroaching into the buffer. The impervious surface increase within the stream buffer would be minimally intrusive and the project would only require minimal disturbance. Additionally, staff finds that the project would not go beyond the minimum necessary to afford relief. While several other properties in the subdivision have a stream buffer in their property, most are not burdened to this extent. As a corner lot, the subject property has 2 street yards, which limits the buildable area. The buildable area is further constrained since it's entirely located within the stream buffer, which is a fairly unique situation. Additionally, while the front property line is along Hunter's Branch Lane, the house is oriented facing Winding Branch Circle, resulting in approximately half of the existing house already being located in the rear setback. There is basically nowhere for the applicant to make improvements to the house without encroaching into either the stream buffer, the setbacks, or both. Both rear and front porches are a standard improvement for most homeowners and are pretty common in this subdivision. Additionally, the proposed home addition is relatively minor at only 58 square feet, appearing to be the minimum necessary to afford relief. Staff therefore finds that there would be no special privileges granted and that denial of the variance could cause an undue hardship by preventing the homeowner reasonable use of their property. Overall, the requested variance would be consistent with the spirit and purpose of this zoning ordinance and the comprehensive plan. Based on that, we are recommending approval, conditioning them to the site plan and mandating that construction needs to start within 2 years. And I'm available for any questions.
Thank you. Board, any immediate questions for staff on their interpretation? Sure.
Okay, so can you just remind us, because this came up one time prior where a corner lot, the front side of the lot was designated as the street that was not the street where the house faces. Can you explain how that is decided, determined?
Yeah, really good question. So we determined the front to be whichever frontage is shorter. And I'm assuming that the house was constructed before that was our interpretation, so that's how that happens. So in this case, Hunter's Branch Lane is technically a shorter facade than Winding Branch Circle, so technically that's the front, even though, as you pointed out, it's oriented the opposite way.
The street distance with itself like 154.82 versus the one, okay.
Correct.
Any other questions, guys? Okay, great, thanks. Would the applicant care to approach the board and discuss the variance and the request?
Hi, nice to meet you all. Appreciate y'all reviewing our requests. You know, we're trying to make some updates to the house. We love being next to the stream, but that creates some issues when we're doing something like this. So when we've worked with our architect and our builders, we've tried to really just do the minimal necessary to give us some outside area with some cover both on the back of the house and on the front of the house. So, you know, any questions that y'all have, I'm happy to answer, but we've tried to be good stewards of the stream and the setbacks and everything and what we're doing, and we're not, you know, moving any closer to our neighbors. So the side of the house isn't going closer that way, we're really just going into the back of the house a little bit, and then on the front porch too, that would be new too, but. Any questions for me?
I know we may have some in a minute, but thank you. I don't think there's anyone here to speak in favor of the applicant or anyone opposed to it, so thank you. With that, we'll close it for board comment questions. Double checking, you stated your name for the record, did you not?
Do not have, I'm sorry.
Good catch.
I'm new here.
I'm not, and I didn't catch it, so good.
My name is Constance Phillips, and I live at 1325 Winding Branch Circle in Dunwoody.
Excellent, thank you. Good. With that, we can open it up for questions to the applicant if there are any. Or if there's anything else more definitive you want to talk about. Motions, questions, that's what we got.
I'll make a motion.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I move to approve the request for a variance from chapter 16, section 68 to allow a home addition and porches to encroach into the 75-foot stream buffer. And a variance from chapter 27, section 58 to allow a home addition and porch to encroach into the rear setback with the following conditions. Number one, construction must be in substantial compliance with the submitted site plan prepared by Busby and Foss Land Survey Company dated 5/6/24 and last revised 5/14/24, and that is on Appendix A. Number two, if construction is not commenced within 2 years of the granting of this variance, approval shall be void.
Thank you. All right, we have a first motion to approve and a second. All those in favor of approving variance? None opposed? Unanimous, thank you. It's approved. See how easy that was?
I do have a question for Celia. It's a really important question. You said it's the shorter side determines which is the front, all right?
Shortest, street facing, right? It's probably not a question
So
for me.
it's gonna be, with the addition, that's gonna be the longest one, right? With the addition, that's gonna be the longest side, right?
So I think I'm maybe not understanding the question.
References to the street, not to the house.
Yeah, it's the street.
I was just curious.
Yeah, these corner lots are always tricky, but it's good to be precise about that. With no other questions, there's no other business, no public comment. No board comment other than Artie's wonderful comment. And so with that, we are adjourned.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Holy
This is it? This is it?
Eric has no control.
Don't be, yeah, really. This is.
That's what they put me. Yeah, don't make dinner plans every.
I know, like a car running.
Oh, yeah, I feel like fend for themselves.
People get cookies.
Yeah.